All right, Shalom. It's your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. I jump right into the scriptures. Psalms 40 and 1. It says, I waited patiently for the Most High. He inclined unto me and heard my cry. So that's what we're doing right now, man. We're waiting patiently. Let's get that word patiently. It says, to expect, gather, together, look patiently, to wait, to look for hope, expect. So we're expecting hope. That's what waiting patiently is, expectation of hope. To wait to look eagerly for, to lie in wait for. For what? For hope, for salvation, for redemption, for mercy, for grace. For doing what we do, for doing this work. To wait for, linger, to collect, mind together, to be collected, to wait, to look for hope, man. So these are all these words that mean the same thing in the scriptures. Waited, look, gathered, look as patiently tarries together, man. So I waited patiently for the Most High, and He inclined my ear and to hear my cry. So we're waiting for hope, man. Because we see the condition of the world the way it is, and we know that the things that are going on. We are in the know, we are in the loop. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We have been taught by apostles and others the scriptures what they mean and the prophecies they fulfill, and we see those prophecies being fulfilled right before our eyes, man. We're going to be put in tight situations in the days to come. But that's why you got to remember scriptures like these here. It says verse 2, He brought me up also out of a horrible pit. And that's what we're going to be in. We're going to find ourselves in a horrible pit. Let's get that word horrible. It says roar didn't crash, a roar uproar revelers. Make by implication destruction. So we're going to find ourselves in the way of destruction, man. Let's get the Webster dictionary for horrible. It says causing or likely to cause horror, shocking, and the things that we see going on around us, they are pretty shocking, man. Because why we say they're shocking? Because we haven't never experienced these things before, man. This is all some high level wickedness that we see. So He brought me up also a horrible pit and out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my going. So that's how He's going to deal with the elect. He's going to establish our steps. The scriptures say that the man's steps are predestined before the Lord, bloody perfect, and ordered by the Lord. So He's going to establish the steps, the goings of the elect in these days, man. With that, I'm get Psalms 37 and 7. It's Psalms 37 and 7, and it says rest in the Most High. Let's get that word rest. It says to be silent, be still, to wait, to be dumb, to go dumb, to be silent, be still, die, to be struck dumb, to make silent, to cause to die. So it said to be dumb, implication, to stop, also to be cut, to keep, to be silent, to be still. So we waiting patiently. That's another word for being patient. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in the way, and who's so we shouldn't worry about what Esau's doing, man. We know what he's doing. The Lord told us what He's doing. We shouldn't worry about it, man. We should not fret ourselves. Not make not haste in time of trouble, right? It says to fret, to be hot, furious, burn, become angry, be kindled, to be angry and sin. So it shouldn't surprise us, man. It shouldn't surprise us. With that reminds me of a scripture. So it says, fret not thyself because of him who prosper in the way, because of the man who brings his wicked devices to pass. And we see these wicked devices coming, man. The jab, the mark. We see them, man. We see them. So it says, fret not thyself. So marvel not, man. Marvel not at it. This is Ecclesiastes. So it shouldn't surprise us, basically, what this devil's doing. Cause we had the blueprint already, man. We know what he's gonna do before he does it. The apostles been preaching about everything that the devil's doing. They preached about it before. They already prophesied. They already said he was going to do it. So it should be of no marvel to us. It says Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. If thou seest oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment and justice and providence. Marvel not at that matter. So we shouldn't be surprised. Why should we be surprised? Because we know the script, man. We know the prophecies. If you know the truth, then what Esau's doing right now should be of no surprise. It says, marvel not at this matter, for he that is higher than the highest be God is, and there be higher than they. See that footnote. High officials watch over high officials, and high officials over them. So the Most High is controlling all these things, man. So we're not gonna really be surprised at what he's doing. We expect him to do these things. That's the thing. You should expect Esau to do these things, and it's beautiful because what we're seeing, is a fulfillment of prophecy, man. We're seeing a fulfillment of prophecy, and that's a beautiful thing. So to lose your fucking mind, to make case in time of trouble, that means you're in a carnal mind state. And if you're in that mind state, hey man, you better pray to the Lord to get out of it, because that's not the time, that's not the mindset to be in, man. We should be in a very rejoicing mind state, a very patient, waiting mind state, a hastening mind state, man. That's the mind state that we should be in. Instead, I'm gonna get Habakkuk 2 and 3, oldie but a goodie, right? This Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, and now is that appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. So we know the vision. We are the prophets, we are the seers, and we know exactly what Esau's gonna do. Then we should know that this is the time that he's doing it. But the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So we're being patient, man. We're being patient for it. Right now we don't see it in its full spectrum, but that can change overnight. That can change overnight, man. It said, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So we see that this devil, he's not being upright in his ways. He's being wicked in his ways, man. So we know that this is the time appointed, man. We know that this is the time of prophecy being fulfilled. And in these times, the scripture says to do to what? To wait patiently, man. To wait patiently. So let me get James 5 and 7. This is James. It's a lot. James 5 and 7. It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Most High. Behold, the husbandman. Get that word, husbandman. The farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, and long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draws nigh. So establish your mind, prepare your mind. So that's what we should be doing in our patience. We should be preparing our mind. We should be preparing our reaction to different things, man. We should be running scenarios in our mind of different things, man. Running scenarios of not having a job, of telling your boss telling you, or sending you an email saying, if you don't get this jab by such and such a date, then you won't be no longer to work at that establishment. You got to prepare your mind for those things. Run those scenarios in your mind, man. Why? Because for the coming of the Lord draws nigh, and we know when we see these things come to pass, because they are going to come to pass. There's no doubt about it. It's not an if, it's a when. So we have to be patient for these things. It says, grudge not against one another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door, the judge behind the door, man. So it's no time for bullshit, man. It's no time for pettiness. It's time, to be patient, to wait, to continue to do the work, to prepare our minds, to prepare our mentalities for the things to come. So take my brethren the prophets who have spoken the name of the Most High, for example, suffering, affliction, and patience, because that's what's coming unto us. Plain and simple, man. And if you don't prepare your mind for that, if you don't agree with that, and if you don't want any part of that, then you're going to be one of those 2/3 that take that jab, ultimately that mark. It says, verse 11, behold, we count them happy which endure. You've heard the page of Job, but seen the end of the Most High. The Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So that's what we should be expecting, man. We should be expecting that mercy. We should be expecting, that affliction and that mercy, man. Going back to Psalm 41, we cry out to the Lord, and we wait patiently, And we have a promise of the Most High that He's going to deliver us, man. You know, so I'm going to get Hebrews 10:36. Because this patience that we got is going to bring us a reward. It's a lot. Hebrews 10:36. So our patience, our preparing our mind, our hope is going to give us a reward, man, if we stand fast unto the end. It says Hebrews 10:36. It says, for you have need of patience. Let's get that word patient, endurance, see? That after you have done the will of the Most High, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and He that shall come will come, and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not them who draw back, talking about the elect, unto perdition. Let's get the word perdition. But of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So the elect are not going to see the destruction, but they're going to go through. They're going to go through things that are geared towards our destruction. So in all of that, we have to remember to be patient, to be enduring, to be hopeful, you know, to be expecting grace and mercy for doing this work. With that being said, just a real quick lesson. Of course, I will not hope was edifying. I said I want to give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.